Well guys, in typical Mark fashion, I just couldn't leave things alone for 5 seconds. So here is another walk around of my Prado 150. It's going to be just the interior, nothing much has changed on the outside. So I'm just going to show you the new back setup, and also I've taken out another seat and put a little blanking spot in there as well and upholstered all that. So I'm going to show you that. It's really good to just go through some of these different ideas I've had. Hopefully it sparks some inspiration for you guys too. But yeah, I'm getting this ready for a big trip I'm doing in a few months from now. So yeah, let me show you around and I'll show you some of the plans that I have too. So I've gotten rid of my old brass monkey fridge and I've purchased this, which is a MyCoolman fridge. Again, all this stuff is my own money, not sponsored by anyone. But this is a MyCoolman fridge. It's a dual zone, so it's a fridge freezer. It's the smallest fridge freezer combo, so the dual zone that I can find. So if you guys are out there wondering what will fit in kind of your Prado space, this is a pretty good option. As you can see, it fits in well with my K-On interior rack there, the shelf. And I'll also be purchasing a little cargo barrier as well, just to maximize my storage. I think that's going to be a great option. So you can see, yep, I've got it on here, and I've got it on an XTM slide. So these I've actually, and you'll see I've got two here. No, I'm not getting two fridges. I've got an XTM slide here. Now, this fridge will not fit with an XTM slide. But you're probably wondering, Mark, how'd you get it to fit? Glad you asked. One of the main things is the height. So actually, the lengthwise, it actually fits quite well. You'll see there. I'll see if I can get a video of that there for you. Oh, it's going to be a bit hard, but hopefully you can kind of see that. Lengthwise, it actually does fit quite well. But widthwise, it's about 2.4 centimeters short, just roughly. And so what I had to do is I ended up raising it just here. I put together two 12mm pieces of ply, that's hard to say quickly, and I also wrapped it in a non-slip mat. And what it ends up doing is just lifting it just enough where it's clearing the sides. And it does have little feet on it, this fridge, so it does end up clearing the sides. I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not, but it does end up clearing the sides just enough for the sliding to happen, and it doesn't catch on any of the fridge slide sides and the runner there. So yeah, I'm really happy with that at the moment. So that was yesterday's project. Now you're probably wondering, Mark, you've got a spare space here. What are you going to do there? Well, I was going to leave it. And I was just going to put my swag there as I normally do, but you know, I'm not. I'm going to make sure that this area is fully used at all times, and it's going to make camping and going way easier. So what I did is I got rid of all my D-ring tie downs, and I ended up putting this slide down. I put two of them down. Now this is going to be for, and I'm hoping, I'm going to send Clearview a message, and I'm hoping that they'll be able to help me out on getting one of their fold-out pantries. If not, I'm still going to buy it anyway. I think that that's the best pantry slash table slash storage option that they have, and that is available on the market at the moment. And I think where maybe, you know, it's not achievable for a lot of people, including me, is the price of the slide that it comes on. So the slide with the drop down function is about $900, which is the same price as the pantry itself. So I figured, you know, there's not really much point in spending $1,800 on that. That's a bit extreme for me. I can't afford that in one go, but you know, maybe $899, that's not too bad. $900, same thing, for just the pantry, and I spend $170 on a slide. That's actually going to be a lot better for me. So that's what I ended up doing. I don't need the drop down. I'm not a particularly small guy, so I don't really need to, I don't really need to have that that drop down for me. So yeah, so I've ended up just having this, and it's more than low enough for me to use, and I've done a few measurements in that, and I think it's going to all work out okay. So yeah, so that's the plan. So that's a plan for the back. I put all those slides down, just strapped down the fridge last night, so pretty happy with that at the moment. I'll give you a quick demonstration now actually, and I'll show you how it looks, and then I'll show you what I have done to the, well, I've taken out another seat and I've done something there as well, so I'll show you that as well. So that's the first locking point. You can see that at this point it's, you know, pretty solid, pretty sturdy at that point there, not much slide wobble at all, so I'm pretty happy with that. And then if we take it out to the next section, oh, hang on, I should also show you too, guys, that at that section there, the first lockout point, it does clear my shelf. So that was a problem I was having with it just being tied down like normal. And you can see there that I can still get my stuff out. And then at the next lockout point, it clears my entire roof line. So I can now open that up. And if you can see that, it clears the entire roof. But just keep in mind, at this point here, you are going to notice a little bit of wobble. Okay, so that's something that I did notice as well. And it is locked out, which is excellent. And then it's just going to go all the way back in. And one thing I like about these slides as well is it's kind of got a little bit of a fail-safe. So that's this little metal piece here. It's a little, yeah, basically just a little piece of metal, and it just slides down. And that's just, again, I think just in case you forget to lock out the slide here, or there's an issue with the slide actually locking, the actual metal section will actually prevent you from opening it up. So I think that's kind of a good idea, personally, especially when you hit some of the rougher tracks. And I've had slides that's had locking mechanisms fail in the past. It's actually from the XTM brand, and it was a slide on top of their drawer system, which I ended up selling to make these drawers. So yeah, and that was yeah, that wasn't great. The actual locking mechanism failed when I was on the road, and ended up just, you know, whacking against the door. It was squeaking against other things, and it was made the 2-hour drive home almost unbearable. So I like the fact that it does have that kind of metal hardware, you know, fail safe. That's something I really like about that. So and I bought one yesterday just to give it a bit of a crack and see if it would work. And yeah, I was actually pretty stoked with how it looks. So I quickly ran out and bought another one. So that's pretty much the back. Yes, the pantry is going to go here, so I'm going to have everything all pulled out at the one time. And yeah, so that's the plan for the back. And yeah, so stay tuned. If there's anything else going on, I'm sure I'll let you guys know, and we'll do another update. But let's show you guys the interior and what I did with the second row of seats. All right, here we are, guys. We are in the second row of the car now. Yes, I've got the third row of seats completely removed. That was a project that I did a little while ago, and I filmed how to do that as well. So if you're wondering how to do that, I've got a video how-to on there. Much trickier than taking these seats out. I've only taken one out the back here. I'll show you in a sec. I just thought that, you know, I got to get one more seat out. It's just me traveling, and the car is a big car, but the seats take up a huge amount of weight and room in it. So I don't need to take more than 2 people at a time, in my opinion, and it's good to have the extra space here on the back just for the dog anyway. So you know what, I figure let's get rid of one more seat. That still gives me enough to carry 2 more people, and also, you know, a little bit of extra space as well. If I just want to put something on the seat, you know, it can just be the day dog bed or whatever. So I did end up making a little blanking plate, so let me show you that now. So what I ended up doing is just cut it to curve to the side of the vehicle there, and then just brought it out to in line with where the front of the other seats are. You can see there, and it just kind of just stretches to there, and that's about it. But I chose the color of the carpet to pretty much match exactly the factory carpet, which I think has gone down very well. I am going to be putting a little like boundary section here, and then that will give me some room to mount my fire extinguisher, and I might put my air compressor on here as well, or just leave it as some extra space. So that's the plan at the moment. And also too, the main reason why I had to do all this was because I had to put my battery somewhere, and I was just struggling with trying to find spots for it. There's not really many places I could put it behind the seats there, but trying to find mounting points behind there was not an easy thing to do. So I just thought, you know what, I need to keep it accessible because I like to charge all my things. I run my lights off here as well when I'm at camp, so everything has to be nice and close. So I figured this was the best option, and yeah, so that's kind of the little what I ended up doing with taking out the seat behind the passenger, the front passenger. So that's the plan there. All right, guys, so that pretty much wraps up this update video. So just to go over what I've done, I've got the 2 slides in now mounted up to my homemade drawer system, which I do have a video on the walk around of these drawers if you wanted to see that. And I've got the MyCoolman fridge on top of there, and I made a little bit of a custom riser little setup there as well. Took out the one of the seats on the second row and put a little bit of a blanking plate there with my battery. So that's kind of like my little power station there as well. So I can charge up all my camera gear and also, you know, phone stuff like that as well. When you're out on the out on your trips, you know, having all that stuff is, you know, pretty important. So that's pretty much it, guys. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, and apart from that, I think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to see you guys very shortly. Just, you know, if you made it this far in the video, why not? I'll give you a little bit of a what's to come. So the plan is to lift the car. So I'm going to be booking the car in for a lift kit, and that's going to be done through Fulcrum. I've heard some good things about their product, so I'm going to, and you know, the price as well is pretty good from what I hear. So I'm going to book in for probably just a 50mm lift, nothing too crazy, because I don't want to do upper control arms and stuff like that. So I'm going to do a lift kit, and then you know, I'm going to give ARB a call. I know their wait times at the moment are ridiculous. So I'm going to give them a call and plead with them, and try to leverage my YouTube account and be like, hey, I need to go and do a high country trip. I need diff breathers and a snorkel. So they're the 2 things that I just want to get next, just kind of urgently as well. So I'm going to give them a call and see if they can help me out with that. But you know, not expecting big things. When you're a small channel, you know, it's pretty hard to try and use the channel and to use your trips to try and get things, not even free things, just to try and get actual things done as well can be quite difficult. So you know, I'm just going to give it a go. I'll give them a call, and hopefully they can fit me in sometime in the next 8 weeks. And yeah, and that would be really handy, just going to these places knowing that I've got the diff breathers, and the snorkel is probably just going to be my main thing. So I hear that the wait times for Fulcrum suspension at the moment isn't too bad. I'm not sure how things are going with you know, with their supply chains and stuff, especially in the last few weeks here in Australia. But, you know, we'll give it a crack and we'll see what they have to say. But I'll keep you guys updated throughout the whole thing. And I'm not sure if I'll get to it or not, but the wheels and tires will probably be soon after that. But, you know, we're talking about a lot of money as well. Like after I get the pantry and then the suspension and the snorkel and the diff breathers, we're starting to get up there in the money, and that's starting to worry me a little bit, because I need still some money to travel and that too. So that's going to be a consideration as well. So I probably won't do wheels and tires yet. Might have to save that for later on in the year, but you know, for now I'm pretty happy with how it's looking, how it's turning out. Yeah, I'll try and prioritize just thinking out loud, I'll probably try and prioritize the snorkel. Probably go for a safari snorkel, and some diff breathers as well, maybe some recovery points. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you made it this far, well done. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for me, or you just want to have a chat down in the comments, let's do it. Let's make friends in the comment section, and that's pretty much it, guys. I'll see you in the next video.